YouTube, what's going on? Been a while. Well, it's been since Saturday's live stream, which I will be doing another one this Saturday, which is approximately 48 hours from when I film this. I think I am going to get this one uploaded tonight because I had a buddy of mine in Oklahoma, Zach. I woke up and had a DM and Instagram. He's like, all my AutoZone said they're going to be getting these today. So if I find an extra one, I'll grab it for you. If you find an extra one, grab it for me. And I'm driving to work. I was a little early, had a little bit of extra time, so I thought, you know what? I passed one AutoZone on my way to work. It's like, I'm just going to pop in there. And Saturday night, we drove around. Like, I took the wife and kids. It was late, too. It was like 10 o'clock at night. We went to 4 AutoZones, including the main. They have like a superstore in Mesa. No luck. So this morning I'm like, I got a little extra time. So I stopped in, and sure enough, they had 2 of them. And then, so I thought, well, he was right. They must be hitting en masse today. I know they've been trickling out the last week and a half, but I thought today was the day they were really going to start hitting on a large scale. So I went to the AutoZone by my work on my lunch, and the guy laughed at me. I'm like, I was like, did you guys get the 2-pack of the trucks? And he just laughed. He's like, you're about the 30th guy this week that stopped in. He's like, we got our truck Monday. They were gone Monday morning. So they're going to be tough to get, especially if you're in a big market like mine. So here they are. Packaging looks good. M2 packaging, I've mixed feelings about it. I don't really dislike it because a lot of the high-end cars that I collect have similar packaging. But I think what I really don't like about it is the cost associated with it. Whereas a Kyosho bubble has a lot less cost associated with it. But the packaging here, it's a nice presentation. You get the black lift. The standard M2 lifts are red. And here's what you get with the the AutoZone lift. I've had almost all the AutoZone 2-packs that have come out. The only one I've kept over the years is the Econoline. But I do have a couple of the lifts. So, pretty cool lift. I like it with the AutoZone graphic. I wish that the hydraulics and stuff had a little bit better or separate detail. Alright, so let's look at these trucks. This video is going to be solely the M2 Silverado casting. I have to tell you guys, it almost pains me to say it. These are very, very, very impressive. Alright, so here's the top rack. By the way, these are 1979 Chevy Silverado fleet sides. In this case, it's the Scottsdale. My brother had a 77 Scottsdale. This was back probably in like 2004. It is a beater. I used to drive. I lived with him, so I drove it around a little bit. I'm not a big fan of the orange interior, but the casting itself is on point. Doesn't seem to be any bed tilt issues, which we know is going to be an issue with Greenlight. Overall casting, very nice. Very. It resembles the Hot Wheels casting a lot. It's almost like they cloned the Hot Wheels casting. The Hot Wheels has a deeper bed, though, so that's something worth noting. But here's where M2 crushed it. This is where they're going to be way better than AutoZone and Greenlight is right here. Because you are not going to get lensed headlights with Auto World or Greenlight. Not only are these lens headlights, but they're nice looking lens headlights because you have the chrome insert and then the lens goes into the chrome just like the Greenlight Ford monster truck. It really creates a nice look. And then you've got a very nicely detailed grille, nice indicators. You have the AutoZone 40 years celebration logo on the hood. It's a two-tone. This is like a metallic charcoal. Let's see here. It is a metal flake. Like a little bit of like purple speck, purple and green. Different shades of blue in the metal flake. And then the white cab and the white panel on the side with the AutoZone logo. It's got a smoked tint front windshield. I kind of wish they had done chrome on the wheels on this release, but that's subjective. Some of you might like it how it is. So not only do you get lens headlight inserts, but you also get translucent lens taillight inserts. The Chevrolet script on the tailgate is scale accurate, scale appropriate. Maybe not scale appropriate, but it's proportionate to the tailgate, which we don't see very often in this scale. The overall stance is nice. I feel like the wheels maybe could sit out a little bit further than they do. Outside of that, I like it a lot. You got the tinted window on the back. It's a nice roller. Just overall, just a very nice looking truck. Nice presentation. I like it. I have to say, I am impressed. So the other truck, the bottom rack, by the way, these do not have opening doors, but they do have an opening hood. So we'll take a look at that here in a moment. So this is the new wheel tooling, which is a chrome. In this case, it looks to be just a basic steel wheel with a chrome finish. This is also a Scottsdale. Same color scheme as the black one, just different color. I guess that wouldn't be the color scheme. That would be the I don't know, graphics. Same graphics, just different colors. The windshield on the orange one. Does this one do it? It's hard to see if this one does it because the truck is black and the windshield is blacked out, but I see a little gap there. It almost makes it look like the window is popping out, but it's not. It's a gap because of the hood. So everything about this truck is the same as the other one except for the wheels and the color. But the grille, the headlights are going to be the same. The indicator detail is not noticeable on this because it's the same color as the truck, which to me isn't all that much of a big deal in this case. I like these chrome wheels a lot better. This one is also a nice roller. Also has very nice headlight and taillight detail. I have to tell you guys too, these are very heavy I would say these probably weigh pretty close to what a Hot Wheels Silverado with the metal base would weigh. And for comparison, this is not my truck. This is a friend of mine that I was supposed to send to him, but it didn't make it in his box. It slipped out. I found it. I have a corner with where I put. So I keep boxes. I have boxes going for a few people. And the area where his box was, this slipped out. So, but I've already got another box going for him. So, but this is a Hot Wheels Friday Night Lights truck from Retro Entertainment. And I just pulled the lifted base off of it and put it on a lower base. It's a nice looking truck. This is, in my opinion, the nicest Silverado that Hot Wheels has done. Not counting the RLC Silverados. But you know, I think the Hot Wheels is casting, the tooling itself is so good that if you put a good deco on it, it's really hard to differentiate it from the M2. And I think it's going to be the same way with the Greenlight and the Auto World. I've said that on past videos. The Auto World Silverado looks a lot like the Hot Wheels, as do these. That's not a bad thing, you know. The Hot Wheels Silverado is a nice casting. But I am curious to see these Silverados when they come out with the stock ride height and the lifted suspension. What's funny to me is I'm pretty sure M2 was the last brand to announce that this truck was coming. But they are the first one to get it out to market. Another thing I have to comment on, my theory about the truck bed was totally misguided, off base. It was, like I said at the time, it was anecdotal. It wasn't based on anything. But it's clearly was wrong. And I'll admit when I'm wrong. But yeah, this is very, very cool. I'm glad I found them. They're selling, these are selling right now on eBay in the neighborhood of $40. They are $12.99 at retail at AutoZone for the 2-pack. So you definitely want to try to find it, or else you're gonna pay. The hood looks great. Man, that's crazy. That's that to me is one of the nicest looking opening hoods I've seen in the scale. It's very thin, has a very nice angle. The engine leaves a lot to be desired. Looks like there's a lot of detail there. Well, maybe not. I wish they would, there's not a lot of sculpted detail, let alone painted detail. It'd be nice to see them do a little bit better than that. But I really don't care, honestly. I'd rather not have an opening hood and have the car look right. Opening hoods cause problems. When I say I'm not a fan of opening parts, that is strictly with 1/64 scale cars. Once you go to the larger scale, it makes more sense to do it. I mean, that right there is just pointless. Like, why are you even going to put an opening hood on that? It looks really good the way they have it set up. These engine compartments were so massive that this is pretty accurate. You had a lot of room up there between the radiator and the block. So, and the hoods both open and close very nicely. Um, it's a nice set of trucks. I'm happy to have it. So, unfortunately, the other 2-pack that I got is spoken for. But I wish you all the best of luck trying to find these. And I'm not sure. It's hard to say whether they'll come down in price or not. I think we'll start to get an idea next week because here's what's happened. All of the AutoZones, or most of them by now, have received these. So are they going to restock them as fast as they're selling them? If the answer to that is no, then the price is going to climb. If they get them in as they sell them, they may not go up that much. In fact, they may even come down. But I would say as a collector, if I hadn't found these, I probably would have been okay to go onto eBay. I don't know if I'd go 40, but I might be okay in the $30 price range. But what you might do is check your local diecast meets because the scalpers will get them, and they might get you a better price than eBay. They should. Like me personally, as somebody who sells on eBay and also sells at the local meet, I would take this to a local meet, and for somebody who said, how much do you want? I would say, look, they sell for 40 on eBay. There's a 10% eBay fee, 8% PayPal. So 40 minus basically 20% is $8. That's 32. I'd probably take 30 for it in person, where I'm not paying a bunch of fees. So I do think that it is something that I will try to stack up a few of these. Unless it becomes super easy to find, I will buy the next couple that I come across. But other than that, I'm just content having the 2 models. The 2 that I opened, they all look good. I looked very closely at these 2 and the 2 in the one that I opened, and I didn't see any noticeable differences. The shut lines on all 4 look to be good. The headlights and taillights on all 4 look to be good. So there shouldn't be any issues with those, and certainly don't seem to be any issues with these. In fact, the 2 that I opened are probably a couple of the nicer M2s I've purchased recently from a quality control standpoint. So, all right, everybody, thank you for watching. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. Saturday night live stream between 6 and 8 Mountain Standard Time. It's not going to run from 6 to 8. I will start the stream sometime in that 2-hour window. And I'll talk to you guys then. So have a good night.